Hello everyone, this is Team PinaVault presenting a VC based access control system on the track Pinata for the DIF Hackathon. PinaVault is a verifiable credential based access to Pinata files or the Files API. This will be the agenda for our presentation, so let's get started. With PinaVault, our mission is to provide a secure VC-based access to key information for organizations while preserving user identity. So the team includes myself, I'm working on the backend, Tushar, Bayani and Alok, who are working on frontend. We'd like to mention Amit Padmani, who has been our support throughout the hackathon. So here is a simple architecture of what we present. We have a front end in Next.js which handles authentication using Supabase, a backend that is our which comprises of our PinaVault, the front end and the backend. The backend communicates with Pinata, FilesAPI and groups abstraction, and uses Credible, which is an open source DPG, to issue and verify credential. We also have an Adea mobile wallet which is used to store credential on the user side. We have two types of users, which is the organization and the user. Then we have the PinaVault application, the Pinata Files API, and the Credible platform, which is used for issuance and verification, and Adea wallet for storing credential. So initially, users and organization register onto PinaVault. The organization then uploads folders to PinaVault, which are then further uploaded to Pinata using the OOPS and Files API. Then the organization proceeds to give access to the folder. So PinaVault first checks if any folder exists. If the folder exists, we issue credential for specific folder. So the holder receives the credential request and then can decide whether to accept or reject the credential offer. So in case the user accepts the credential, they store their credential in the wallet. Then when the user tries to access the folder using the PinaVault application, the application first checks if folder exists in Pinata. If the folder exists, then presentation request is sent over to Credible. The user receives the request and then decides whether to initialize sharing the proof. Once the proof is shared, the presentation is verified, and if the presentation is successfully verified and if user has appropriate access to the folder is fetched from Pinata, and the files inside folders are shared to the user. So let's get started with the demo. These are the components of demos: the Pinata Files API, PinaVault, which is the application that we developed, Faber, Dow and Bob. These are two users, one user being an organization and the other user being a part of the organization trying to access different folders present inside the organization. The wallet is the user's wallet, where the user will be storing their credential, and Credible is used as an issuer and verifier. So let's get started with our demo. Let's just first log in as an organization. For the demo purposes, we have considered the org as Faber DAO. We can see Faber DAO has multiple folders present inside it. The organization has access, or the organization admin has access to all the folders in an organization. Now let's consider a user, which is Bob, trying to onboard to the organization. So we'll provide access for, let's suppose, as an engineer. We'll add the organization member's email whom we want to give access to the folder. Now I'll give access to the user. The user has received a new credential request. The user will download the QR and scan it using its wallet. The user tries to get the credential. We'll scan the QR code to receive the credentials. we can see a credential offer is being generated. Now the credential added to our wallet. The access has been granted successfully. Now let's log in as a user. This is the employee dashboard or the user dashboard. Now when the employee tries to access folders, let's consider if it tries to access manager folder, it will get a proof request which asks it for its credential. To access the manager folder, which the employee does not have access to, so let's just share our presentation request. As we can see, since we don't have access to the folder, we are thrown with a 401 unauthorized error. Now let's try to access the engineering folder once again, which we do have access to. We have yet received another proof request. Since we have permission to access the engineering folder, we will be allowed to access the contents of the engineer folder. There are other future prospectus as well, wherein multiple organizations can collaborate, creating a trust ecosystem, or there might be existence of groups inside organization that could be able to access certain folders which users has certain access. There can be automated credential issuance and renewal, auditing and compliance tracking, government and public sector application, wherein say suppose citizens of certain government can access policy documents from the government, and then real estate document management as well. So this was our presentation for PinaVault in the Pinata track for DIF Hackathon. Thank you.